previous video I suggested that society circulates a key meme that creates conflict within and without. This, the third video, is about retiring that outdated meme. Of course, society provides many benefits, including roads, education, employment, food access, the health system, public transport and emergency services. However, it also poisons our relationship with ourselves and each other. It does so by spreading a meme that says individuals are responsible for gaining happiness and for harming others. Note that I'm using the word responsible in the sense of being the primary cause of something and so able to be blamed or credited for it. The responsibility meme makes us focus on the future, and so we forget innate happiness. In short, it places the action aspect of us in conflict with the being aspect, the future in conflict with the present, time in conflict with timelessness, and our ideals in conflict with our instincts. It makes us feel burdened by big goals and endangered by potential landmines. We fear making mistakes because we don't want to be unhappy and we don't want to harm others. The meme makes us criticize ourselves and others when unhappiness or harm does arise, which leads to further unhappiness and harm. A recently popular objection to this idea comes from Jordan Peterson, who says, "We are gasping for heroic responsibility. But heroism is only a consolation for the original loss of happiness and innocence. Heroes only get us past the immediate problems rather than finding a way out of problems altogether." Although society pretends that human beings alone are the freaks of the universe, we alone can be lazy or immoral, that is statistically unlikely. In reality, like tigers, trees, and stars, human beings are perfectly innocent. I mean, what are the chances that everywhere we look and everything we look at is perfectly innocent except us? Doesn't seem likely, right? Indeed, giant forces drive our actions. We have natural forces like birth trauma, genes, IQ and instincts. Then we have artificial forces like politics, family, education, peer pressure, finances and the media. No one chose all of these forces. No one chose any of these forces. We were just born into this situation. And again, that was without our choice. Of course, that doesn't mean we're powerless victims. We can still find freedom. And it's surprising if we scratch below the surface, like half our conversation is about our supposed faults or our possible faults. Even if we're going well or we're doing good or whatever, there's still this background feeling that there's something wrong with us. Even if we've never done a single thing wrong in our life, there's still the background thought that we might do something wrong. We might be lazy, we might be weak, we might cause harm. It's like we've got a virus in our system that could activate at any time. No other creature is burdened with this problem, with this unnecessary weight, this unnecessary load on our shoulders. A common objection here is that pressure is good. You see the real person when they're under pressure. However, all you really see is the person naturally moving down into their survival instincts. And survival is good. Furthermore, we don't judge a rose that's wilting in the desert. If we judge anyone, we judge the person who put the rose there in the first place. And when the same rose is moved to good soil, we praise its beautiful flowers. Although many forces are at play, society is a key factor regarding our negative actions. That's because it unnecessarily makes us forget the innate happiness of being, and it pushes us to fight for illusory happiness in the future. So it creates competition, and then there's winners or losers. Nevertheless, people say we can choose to work hard and overcome laziness. But in reality, hard work is a product of things like innate conscientiousness, reduced options, natural interest, or confidence about success due to past success, rather than chosen willpower. Also, people say that we all know the moral rules, and so we can follow our conscience. But in reality, most people don't even want to harm others, or they know they'll feel bad if they do. So their moral heroism is an illusion. Of course, understanding that we are all always innocent doesn't mean that we can indulge in our lazy or harmful desires. One reason for this is that our lazy or harmful actions will have negative consequences. Also, laziness makes us feel unfulfilled, and harming others will spoil our gains. The best way for us to manifest our potential and to end harm is for us all to tune into the innate happiness of being, and then to act from there. This requires that we no longer believe narratives that advocate responsibility, and that we trust our being to live happily and securely without those narratives. Staying in tune with being already gives us the reliable happiness we seek, and acting from being augments that innate happiness. When we are in tune in this way, we no longer harm others. Because we feel the goodwill of being, we will not engage in win-lose scenarios, except for mutually agreed games. In summary, the responsibility meme makes us focus on the future, which produces conflict and fear of mistakes. In reality, we are innocent like the rest of the universe. Our negative actions are largely caused by gigantic natural and artificial forces. Society is the key force because it pressures us unnecessarily. By tuning into being, we act from uninhibited potential and goodwill. And this makes responsibility redundant. Having realized that society causes painful conflict, we naturally want to fix it. And that leads to the next video: Utopia is necessary and easy. See you then.